before we start this story time, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and add me on Snap. Thank you. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kels. This video was a story time on when the sneaky link went wrong. The sneaky link went so wrong because I ain't get no rump, no head, no nothing. But before we get into this video, once again, this hair is from Mega Look Hair. These lashes are from Saucy Skylar. Feel me? But yeah, we're gonna get right into this video, right into the story time, right into it. Right? So I linked this boy like a year ago. His name is, we're gonna call him Z. Right? We linked or whatever, and I went to his house at night. Like it was like around like, I wanna say like around midnight. Feel me? I got to his house. We was smoking, we was chilling. We didn't, like I said, sneaking and going wrong because me and Rump, we didn't do nothing. We was smoking, chilling, for me, watching, like, YouTube and listen, like, I don't know what we was doing. We was watching something on his TV. I don't remember. Feel me? So now we're chilling, smoking, for me. He vented to me because, like, I guess he had gotten into an argument, like, right before, like, not right before, like, for me, but a little while before I came, he had gotten into an argument with his mom and his dad, or whatever the case may be. So I'm listening to him go off. He going on a rant, of course. You know how boys are. He's going on a rant. Talking about F them. He don't care about none of them. They dead to him. All types of, you know, how boys are, whatever, right? So we're chilling. Fall asleep. End up falling asleep. Now we wake up like around like, I want to say like around 10, 11 in the morning. And we about to roll up. Like, we real life about to roll up again, feel me? So, we laying down, like, he's in between my legs. And he's, like, laying there. And he's rolling or whatever. And, feel me, his father bust in the room. His father bust in the room. Anywho, yeah. His father bust in the room with his little nursing suit on. Or whatever, right? He had on his nursing suit. And, like, gloves, and like the gloves had tape wrapped around the hands, so like that way like the gloves ain't fall off or whatever the case may be. He had on these little goggles. He had a backpack on his back. He had on, like, you know, like when you work in a hospital, like when you about to go in to do surgery, you throw on like the little netted thingy, excuse me, you throw on the little netted thingy over your smocks or whatever, and your scrubs, whatever you want to call them. Feel me? He had on all of that. Feel me? All of it. So now, him and Z start arguing. Like, they arguing whatever. And they getting real loud. So, feel me? I'm kind of like, you could have waited. In my head, I'm like, you could have waited till I left because you knew I was here. You know I was here since last night. Like, his mom knew I was there since last night. And your father. They both knew I was there since last night. Like, you could have waited till I left. Feel me? But came in the room, they arguing, whatever the case may be. And I don't know how it escalated, but it definitely did. And his father pulls out the, like, the little axe. Like, I never knew axes came that small. Axe was, like, about this long. And, like, the blade, like, the top part, you know, the blade part of the axe. It was, like, about, like, this big. Feel me? I didn't know they came that small. He's swinging it, but it's in a plastic bag. So I didn't know what he was doing. Because once again, I said they arguing, and he was already initially laying in between my legs. So I'm like, feel me? He's still on the bed in between my legs, but I'm like slanted, like trying to get out the way type. Feel me? So he pull it out, and it's in a plastic bag, and they still arguing or whatever. So now he chokes him. And he moves him from in between me. Like, he's choking him. And I'm talking about the father. The father's choking Z. He chokes him and he moves him. Like, and he's, like, on top of him on the bed. Choking him with one hand. He pulled the axe out. And he like, yo, you want to disrespect me? You want to disrespect me and your mother? You want to disrespect me and your mother? You want to curse at us? You got the cops running in out the crib? I got something for you. Swing. He missed. Now they tussling, they fighting. They real life fighting. He's fighting this man. While this man got the axe in his hand. His father, like, I don't know. His father cut him on his elbow first or whatever. He didn't feel it. Now they fighting some more. His father's still swinging. The father don't care. He's swinging and swinging and swinging that axe. He do not care. he swung it and cut his cheek. Like, he cut his son's cheek. Mind you, it's like 4 days before his birthday. It's 4 days before Z's birthday, and this is what's going on. He gets cut on his cheek, and it's a big cut. Like, you can see the tissue, like the white tissue. You know how Bernie Mac used to be like, I'm gonna bust your head till the white meat show?
Don't come out. I'm gonna bust your head to the white meat. Come on out, Vanessa. That's right, I said I'm gonna bust her head to the white meat show. And I ain't ashamed that I said it. And ain't nobody gonna make me.
You seen the white meat. Like, the white meat popped up. I'm like, the whole time, I'm just like, they fighting. I'm screaming, stop, what are you doing? Stop. Mind you, this is supposed to be a sneaky link, and I don't even sneaky link going on. Like, feel me? So now, after he realizes that he's cut, he's standing up in his boxers and a wife beater, and he's like, yo, you know how boys all, when they get mad, they turn into like little anime characters, and you could damn near see the smoke coming out their ears and the veins popping out their forehead, and that's how he was getting. He was all hyper, screaming, all types of whatever. Tell me why homie gonna tell me, pass the gun. You want me to pass you what? I knew where it was at. It was in his drawer. Shit had no bullets. It was no clip. No nothing. What was you gonna do? Excuse my French. But what was you gonna do? Gun butt him? What was you gonna do? It was nothing for you to do. Like, you just got cut. What you gonna do? Shoot your father, bro? Like, feel me? I know he just cut you, but what are you gonna do? You gonna go shoot your father now? Like, what type of time? Y'all scaring me. If this is what y'all into, y'all are scaring me. So now I'm getting dressed. At this point, putting my pants on, throwing my shirt on. I'm sweater on because it wasn't cold. It was like summertime. I'm out. He's following me. He threw his keys in my purse, his chain in my purse, his something, whatever the case may be. I don't remember. Feel me? All that in the purse, and I'm just like, okay, so where you about to go? Because I'm about to go home. Feel me? I'm about to go home and go back to sleep. This must be a dream. He not even talking no more. He's just walking. Like, I promise you, he's just walking around in circles. Got me following him. He got a whole knife in his hand. Like, not no regular knife neither. It's a whole chopper. You know, you chop up chicken that got the bone in it. The chopper. You know, there's difference between knife. You know, you slice. He had the chopper in his hand, walking around, bleeding from his face, bleeding from his arm. No shirt on, just some jeans. And I'm following behind him, but like, I'm hurt, so, like, I'm not really, like, on his back, but I'm, like, a few feet behind him. But everybody that watched him walk past, for some reason, already knew that, damn, this little girl is following him. This little girl is with this man, feel me? So, we're walking, and he's just walking around for blocks and blocks in circles, calling everybody, calling his sister, calling his mom, telling his mom, yo, he gonna shoot her, all types of crazy, because he was mad, he was going ballistic, he was going crazy. Or whatever. I would have been mad too though, because like, I got company. You gonna do this in front of company? Even if you like, feel me, even if you try to cut me, you gonna cut me in front of company? Like, come on, like, what are you doing? Feel me? So I take a cab after, like, feel me, I added his stop to whatever corner he was going to, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. I'm not about to keep following you. I ended up leaving with his keys, leaving with all the roll up, everything in my bag. I left. He didn't even care. Then he texted me like a few hours later, like, yo, I'm about to go to jail, feel me, like, I'm gonna go back in the crib and beat him up. I'm not about to let that rock, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, don't do that. It's not worth it. Just don't go home, da-da-da-da. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go beat him up, and then something, you could come back over. I don't know what be wrong with people. I don't like to play with life, because I think if I was there, feel me, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. If he had killed you, if he had, God forbid, if he had chopped you the wrong way and killed you, he was prepared to kill me. He was. Because he just killed his son. So at this point, it ain't no going back. So I'm just telling him, like, I'm not coming back to your house ever. Like, ever. Your father just messed it up for you, and you probably won't ever get another link out of me unless it's to drop off your keys and your stuff over. Feel me? So, like, 2 days later, he's calling me like, yo, you can bring my keys or whatever. I'll pay for your cab. So I go drop off his keys. We in the hallway. We're smoking. He like, yo, come upstairs. Come to my house or whatever. Come inside. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, he's like, why not? I'm like, yo, bro, like, this just happened like 2 days ago. I don't even know. I was telling him this. I'm like, I don't even know how you comfortable walking back in there knowing your father damn near just tried to kill you. Like, feel me? Like, you crazy. Then he did ended up fighting his father. He said he beat him up or whatever he said. This is what he said. He said he beat him up and how his moms had kicked him out and he was OT for a little while or whatever the case may be. But that right there was just a horrible sneaky link. And I learned my lesson because I don't think I ever did any one of those ever again after that. Like, it's just if we linking up, we linking up. It ain't nothing about to be sneaky. I ain't about to be sneaking around or creeping or none of that, like, at all. Feel me? But I no longer speak to him. He be calling me or whatever the case may be. But I changed my number the other day. So thank God he don't have this new number. Because he used to call me from iClouds and random numbers. And text me off random people's Facebooks trying to talk to me again. And feel me? See how I'm doing. And I'm just like, I don't want nothing to do with you and your crazy little family. That's it. Because his mother, come to find out, his mother sent his father in there to do all that. And I'm like, both of y'all knew I was here. Y'all some scary, weird little peoples. I don't like that. That was bogus. I didn't like it at all. But, feel me? That's that. If you like this story time, leave a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. Toodles.